Welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I'm your host, Keisha, and over here across from me, I have our fabulous producer,
Hello.
producer James.
Yay.
So, you know what I figured out? So, over the weekend, I posted some personal pictures of us just from, the weekend and what we were doing. So many people don't realize how we look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, dang, I guess I really don't post many pictures of us. You know what I mean? Because whenever I do, people are like, wow, that's how you guys look? Wow. Producer James White?
Real white.
Wow. Yeah. So, yeah, this one chick saw a picture of Producer James and sent back a heart emoji saying, Producer James. She just has no idea how close to death she came from doing that.
No, she has no idea.
And she almost got Producer James killed as well.
Yeah, and I had nothing to do with it other than looking fine.
I don't care. Okay? Venom was oozing through my veins.
Y'all don't even know. Like, she was threatening death. She was like, I want to find this girl's location. Like, Producer James, get your hacking skills out and figure out where I can go drive up on this bitch.
And then True Me came out. I said, Producer James, you ain't cute, you ugly.
Yeah.
I said, that was just one person because you really ugly.
Yeah, this is attacking me.
So this morning while I was having breakfast, I always like to find a TV show marathon that's on. And this morning it was Saved by the Bell.
Ooh.
Nothing in the world frosts my cookies more than saying, oh, wow, there's a Saved by the Bell marathon on. And it's the fucking episodes with Tori.
Oh.
Fuck Tori. Tori was so dumb. That was like one of the worst mistakes they ever made on Saved by the Bell. No one wants to see Tori episodes.
Man, they tried to make Tori so cool.
And she was just not fucking cool.
No, she wasn't cool.
No.
She was like counter, like leather jacket trying to be cool. And that don't fit at Bayside.
It was just bad. It's like you cannot replace the original three girls.
No, you can't.
You just can't do that.
And you can't, like, remember how they played them? They would flip back and forth.
Yes, they
would. Like, it'd be Kelly 1 week and Tori 1 week. And,
yes. And then a lot of people don't know this about the actress that plays Tori. She's one of triplets.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She's a triplet. Yes. So
Which one got the talent?
I think the one we see on Saved by the Bell, which is not saying a lot.
Not really.
Tell me something else you've seen Tori in.
I don't even know the actress's name.
No, she's known as Fuck That Bitch Tori. So yesterday, producer James and I and my stepson Jackson went to go see Cocaine Bear, which we have been waiting and waiting to see this, but it was beyond better than our expectations.
Way better.
So just in case you never heard the story of Cocaine Bear, apparently in the 80s, there was this guy who was flying cocaine and just dumping it in the area so they can pick it up, right?
I think he was, and I think they managed to get it into a safe house, like a
yes,
and then
the bear broke into the safe house and went on a drug binge, basically.
Pretty much. River Phoenix, that shit.
Oh, you know what? Don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's certain people you can't fuck with, and River Phoenix is one of them. Don't do that.
Sorry.
Turn your mic off for the rest of the show. You done fucked up. You've offended a lot of our listeners. You've offended me. You've offended the whole Phoenix family.
I'm sorry.
Stop it. We talk badly about Joaquin. We don't talk badly about River. Okay. So anywho, the true story is that the bear goes in there, eats cocaine, and of course every organ in his body probably exploded.
Yeah.
But not in a theatrical version of it at all.
Oh no.
Which is it's an Elizabeth Banks movie. And when I tell you she did a stellar job, you literally will laugh the entire fucking movie. And I want to tell you everything that happens, but I'm not going to because I want you guys to go see it and promote this movie.
Here's how funny it is. Keisha has a bad habit of watching stuff that a lot of people say is funny, and she won't laugh at all, and she'll say, that's white people funny.
Yes, I do.
she laughed her ass off at this. So
Did everybody
I know it's
funny. It's everybody funny.
Everybody funny.
Yeah. It's black people funny, white people funny, Hispanic people funny. Because I sat next to a thick Hispanic guy, and when he came to sit down next to us, he sat next to me, and I told him, I said, "You smell really good."
Yeah.
To which I could feel eyeballs on me coming from the left side of me. It's producer James and his fucking jealous ass. Because I tell this guy, look, it was a guy by himself on a Sunday night going to go see a movie. He needed a fucking compliment, okay?
He could have got one from anyone else he saw in that theater. When you threaten death upon a woman who sends a message to you that says producer James Hart, that's okay. But I can't feel a little bit of something about you telling some chunky Mexican that he smells good.
He smelled good.
Well, good for him.
He was a big boy.
He was.
And sometimes big boys stink. And I know that because producer James used to be a really, really big boy. He used to stink a little bit. You got that kind of fat smell to you. Smelling like two hams rubbing up together, you know what I mean? So, no, he smelled really fucking good. I was like, okay, is it a chubby girl in the theater who may give my boy a chance over here because he's smelling good? He looked nice.
He just was holding 2 churros in his hand.
Now you're being racist.
That's what smelled good.
No, it didn't smell like churros. He smelled almost like, let me see, like a unisex cologne mixed with a little bit of baby powder. The baby probably came for him to put in the rolls so they wouldn't chafe. And I only know this because I too have had to do that as well. I've had to use gold. Look, fat people's summers are hard, okay?
It's rough.
One summer, I want to say it was last summer because I was humongous. And no powder, no nothing, no Gold Bond, no ointments, nothing was working. And I must have been really complaining about it because my friend, she just showed up to the boutique and said, "Here, bitch, try this." And it's some really good stuff from, you have to buy from Ulta.
I thought it was at Axle Grease.
You're real fucking funny.
Like an industrial lubricant.
Okay, that's 3 checks so far, and we haven't even gone to Gab. So 3 checks equals 3 reasons why I'm a fire and cuss your ass out after the show.
Okay.
So yeah, my friend had to give me stuff. I can't remember the name of it, but like literally when you're checking out at Ulta, it's up there. So because apparently there's a lot of other chafe bitches walking around, but this stuff was like a miracle thing. It looks like deodorant, but it worked. So it got me through the summer last summer.
Was it like a antiperspirant too? Like you also wouldn't sweat in those areas where you put it?
Look, all I know is I wasn't raw.
Okay. Well, there you go.
In between my folds and shit like that. Because sometimes mine gets so bad, I can't even like clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it gets sensitive.
Yes.
It gets like athlete foot.
It itches, it burns,
yeah.
it just all of the things. So yeah, I felt for that. That baby powder smell, it had to have been from that.
Been.
Yeah. So if you are a friend of the Libra Lounge with Keisha, you know what time it is. It is time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
Okay, before I start the Gab, I just want to remind you guys to please make sure that you are following us on Facebook. God damn it. I need to write this shit down. It's like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't TikTok at all. I go over there
You just watch it for hours on end.
I do, and then I go and reenact some of the things that I see on TikTok, and no one else in the house knows what the fuck I'm doing, including my 20-year-old daughter. She told me the other day, she goes, "I feel as though you're on TikTok way more than I'm on TikTok." And I am, and I don't care about it. It's funny. It's funny. So, as we all have been following the story of Kim Zolciak Bierman and this house situation, all right? Look, this house almost got lost last year, okay? It was a week away from being on the auction block, and then boom, it was taken off. So this time it was like, okay, we've got the official paperwork that's being posted. Like, this shit is happening. She's around telling people that it's a big misunderstanding. And apparently it fucking was, because it is off the auction block again.
So do we ever find out why or what
Never.
happened?
We never get a reason.
See, that to me is like, emergency refinance or taking out a loan to catch up a mortgage payment or two. Like that's
Who
usually.
the fuck is going to give her a loan? She doesn't work anymore. Neither does her husband.
I don't know.
I don't know. So the first time that it was supposed to be an auction block, the rumor was that Jason Aldean and his wife were going to purchase the house, and Kim was basically going to do a rent to own situation. But I guess Jason Aldean said, she don't work. He don't work either. They got 17 kids. I'm not going to get my money back. This is not a good investment. So that fell through. And then here we go again, auction block. And then just miraculously, a few days ago, it has been taken off. I don't know what is she sucking dick down at the courthouse to get this dismissed, pushed back? Yeah. So right now, there's no evidence of there being another auction. Like, maybe this one was postponed, but she says she wasn't moving, and I guess she asked bleed and receive because her ass don't seem to be moving at all. I don't. It's like I feel bad because I want her to lose so bad. I really do.
When did she flip? Because you used to like Kim.
I used to like him a lot, but it was the constant bragging. It is the constant bragging from people who always say, I'm not bragging. I'm not that type of person. And then here they are showing off, I bought these pair of shoes for $2,000. Like, do we really need to know that you purchased a pair of shoes and exactly how much it costs? To me, that's tacky.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm going to show my shoes off, and I'm going to have the tag still on the bottom of it. So when I post a picture, you can fucking see how much it costs without me telling you how much it costs.
See, I like the fact that, was it the other day, you were wearing shoes from Ross. And you got 4 different separate compliments on how cute your shoes were.
Yeah.
And no one knew they were $5 shoes.
Bitch, they wasn't $5 shoes. They was $16.99.
Check number 4.
Check number 4. Check number 4.
But the fact was, people thought they were cute.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you told them they were $1,000 or zero.
Right, because they look expensive. Like they're bejeweled and they just look really, really cute. And here's the thing. I will buy Louis Vuitton and I'll buy a pair of shoes from Ross. It's just, to me, it's what I really like.
Exactly.
Yes. So I get major compliments on those shoes all the time. And the one time someone is going to ask me where I got them from, I'm going to lie and say I got them from Macy's.
See, every time I hear somebody talk about how much something costs, I think the only person who probably gives a shit is some other asshole who I wouldn't like anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're clouting to clout.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, I mean, if it's cute, I'm going to tell you it's cute. I'm not going to ask you how much it costs. I'm probably not, unless it's just something I feel like I have to have. I'm not going to even ask you where you got it from. I'm just going to give the compliment and go on, about my business.
Right.
Like last night when I told that guy he smelled really good. I could have said, what kind of cologne are you wearing? Because I got a big husband too. He may he may need a little bit of that, No, I just wanted to give him the compliment. But no, it's the constant bragging. Kim got bad when she got with Croy.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
When she was with Big Papa.
She was more like, I'm like, hey, she's a hooker. Okay, I like that. She's a hooker and she don't give a fuck about it.
Maybe that kept her grounded in like what she really was. But
maybe it did, because here's the thing: Big Papa could take that money away from her at any given time, or his wife could have made him take away that money at any given time. So yeah, she was still likable. Yeah, she was flamboyant, which I liked that about her. I liked how she was with her girls. But once she got with Croy, it just was like she just thought she was so much better than everyone.
She turned into a trophy wife as opposed to a side piece.
Yeah, exactly. I liked the way she was when she was just a fucking side piece. Exactly. You know what I mean?
She was better as a side piece.
Yeah, and then she turned Croy. It became like they wanted to be Kim and Barbie. It just got to be too much.
I mean, she tied her horse to the wrong carriage that time.
Yeah.
He didn't last long in the NFL. Did he ever go back and play after they got on the show?
He got injured.
Yeah.
Then he went back, but it wasn't for very long before he got cut. And then that was it.
And he's done. I mean, NFL, you're done.
Now he's just walking around with matching outfits and matching outfits with Kim and holding her fucking purse. I'm like, how much are you being paid to carry her purse around? Because I can do that job. You know what I mean? I'm gonna probably steal something that's in the purse, like, well, I like this lip gloss, this Dior. I'm gonna just go ahead and take that home with me. You know what I mean? Corey does. I don't know what they do. I don't know where their money's coming from. Like, of course I mean, so if you get cut from the NFL, that means you don't get a pension or anything like that, right?
So I don't know. I want to say that you get some kind of pension, but I think it's based on years of playing or it's something like that. But I mean, it's not like not one person who retired from the NFL talks about making all their money off their pension. Like they do
Yeah.
something else.
I don't think he was even in the NFL that long.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't remember anybody wearing Bierman jerseys. So
Except for Kim and
Yeah.
her kids.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. I mean,
yeah,
I don't
ain't
think
the merchandise.
I don't think a lot of people even know who Croy was before he started dating Kim.
Probably not.
No, so I don't know where they're making their money. I mean, we see her constantly advertising for Madeira, which I think Madeira is part of that, multi-level marketing kind of thing.
Right.
And she's always claiming this is how she's skinny. It's like, Kim, we saw you flying down to Tijuana to get another rib taken out to be that skinny. Kim, we see you going to go get that, what is it, fibroblast to be skinny. Like, to me, how is it that you are marketing that you're taking this supplement to lose weight, but never mind all the other bullshit that I'm getting paid for? Like, I think she gets free services and things like that when she goes to these places because she will have someone record her being there. Like,
Right.
I don't know how people still get away with that.
I don't know
Because it's
either.
not true. But I guess congratulations. I have a feeling in another 6 months it's going to be all over again. It's the auction block. She's being sued by American Express because they owe like $215,000 on that.
Well, they defaulted. So I'm looking at the records here.
Oh, you're going to be a producer today, I see.
I'm going to try.
Oh, okay. Look
Yeah.
at us do a producer. So let's see what you can really do.
So they actually defaulted on the $1.65 million loan they took out for that property. So they defaulted on it. So maybe they worked on, it's
Worked out a payment plan or refinanced
who
it.
knows? It says the couple took action to clear this up. The law office of Brook and Scott confirmed that the auction was canceled. They didn't say why or what action was taken, but they full on defaulted on the loan. So,
But yet they're keeping all that shit. Oh, what it is to be white.
well,
Because a black person, that shit, they be like, move your shit. I'll get Pookie them to come help you move, get that U-Haul. I don't know where y'all gonna stay, but y'all get to get the fuck up out of this mansion.
this is so funny. If you do a search on the word Kim Zolciak, one of the first suggested, you know how Google will do suggested
Right.
searches.
Uh-huh.
One of the first one is what does Kim Zolciak do for money?
Yeah, exactly. What does she do?
It's like people also ask.
But okay, so the show, she's got two shows. Well, she had two shows. She's got the shows, the episodes from the seasons that she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then, of course, she had her own show, Don't Be Tardy. So she's still getting paid for those things, correct? Because you can still watch those shows.
You can, but I don't know what her residuals for that would be. She wasn't a main star. Well, I guess she was
No,
a star.
she
for
was a
Tardy.
main. Yeah, she was a main cast member, and then Don't Be Tardy was her show.
It depends on their deal. They may be getting residuals. They may have been paid for the show while it was airing primary. And who knows?
Who knows?
But they got
And
her.
she'll never tell the motherfucking truth.
Oh,
The one thing
never.
that bitch can do professionally is tell a lie.
So her net worth right now, as Celebrity Net Worth reports, is $500,000.
Ooh, whoa.
That's her net worth.
Wow. When we're talking about celebrities, and I put that in quotes, let's just say reality TV star status, that's still kind of low right there.
It's very low.
Yeah. We're used to seeing at least a starting point of 1.5 million for reality TV stars who've been in the game for a minute. So I think they just blew through all of their money.
They had to because Croy is net worth $500,000 right now, and he played for 8 years in the NFL, and he earned a total of $14 million from his various contracts, and now his net worth is $500,000. They're worth $1 million together.
Wow.
And they just blew it.
They blew through their money.
They blew it.
Wow.
It happens so much with football players. That the ESPN show broke.
Mhm.
They talked about this. Every one of those guys, they're pulling in big money, but they're spending big money. They're showing off. They're flashing. They're
and most of those guys are black. because we don't know how to act when we get a little bit of money. When James gets like
Shit, we don't know
we
how
don't
to
know how
act.
to act when we get. I mean, man, we think we rich. Give us an extra $900. We're like, woo! We living the life right now. Where we going? Where we going? Where we going? You know, that is what we do. James and I have said that if we ever came into some really big money, we would not a financial advisor. We'd have to get a financial controller to say, look, ho, I know y'all rich, but is your long term for long term, do you want to stay rich? Because at this point right now, y'all gonna be broke in a month. That is how we are. We would have to get someone who really controlled our finances because we
would have to sign ourselves into conservatorship.
Probably so.
I think we would.
Yeah, because we would be broke in
terrible.
like no time. Over stupid shit is what we would do. All right, moving right along. Britney Spears is back in the news because animal control has given her a warning about her dogs. Apparently, one of her dogs snuck out of her house, which that probably was very easy to do because I feel like Britney Spears probably leaves all her doors open and all her windows open.
Probably.
Okay, and so her dog is out and his little bitch ass bites an elderly man, not just any man. Why did it have to be an old man? But the biggest question to me is, who the fuck is letting Britney Spears be in charge of anything that's living? Like, to me, Britney Spears probably couldn't even take care of a fucking lizard. And I'm not even talking about like an iguana or a bearded dragon. I'm talking about like a little street lizard. I don't think she could take care of that. She can't even wash her face properly. She walks around with fucking, what is that black eyeliner residue over, and she goes to like award shows and shit and dinners and expensive places with that same fucking eyeliner residue. Like, is it permanently put on like that way? Did she go to like a permanent makeup artist, like tattoo artist, and say, this is just how I want to look forever? Because it's just always there. No, fuck no. Britney's, look. You know, Woody Harrelson has a new movie coming out, right?
Yep.
It has come to that point in his career for him to do a movie about special needs kids in sports.
Right.
It always happens. And here's my thing. We can talk about special need kids because we are autisticologists. We have an autistic child. Therefore, I feel like those kids in that movie with Woody Harrelson would do a better job of taking care of a fucking puppy than Britney Spears would, okay?
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, I just don't. Her own children don't fucking talk to her. Man, can you see Sushi if he met Britney Spears? I'm like, you ain't leaving me here with that bitch. Nah, I smell coke. You know what I mean? Yeah, I never understand. Like, we have dogs who are biters,
Yeah.
okay? When people ask us, can we pet it? You can pet, but the probability of you getting bit, especially by Sushi and his no-tooth ass, are quite high. Well, I bet Britney Spears don't even like walk her dogs.
I don't know. But hers is a Doberman. Like, ours are toys. Like, that's a Doberman they got out.
And bit an old man.
And the man said it was more of a nip, but he got off his bike and the dog bit him.
I tell you what, if Britney Spears Doberman nips me, I'm finna to be rich. Because I'm going to lay down on the ground, I'm going to scream, I'm going to holler, I'm going to get some red paint, put it on my leg. This is where he bit me at. I need antibiotics. I need surgery. I need put antibiotics all through my whole body. I'm finna to sue the fuck out of Britney Spears, okay? I need emotional support. I need therapy. I need Betty Ford Clinic. I'm on drugs now because of the pain. I'm addicted to oxycodone, all of these things right now. I'm finna to get Britney Spears money big time. That old man fucked up because he could have been set for life. His grandkids, maybe his great grandkids, if they don't spend money like we do, they would have been just set for fucking life. He fucked up. He said nip. I say bite. I say attack.
You cut your own leg off just to show the dog did it.
And he licked me a little bit. I don't know where his tongue been at. Like, that's dirty lick. He lives with Britney Spears. Can you imagine how fucking stinky that dog is?
Oh, I'm sure.
I wonder, does it wear eyeliner too? That it hasn't washed off for days. I bet that dog wears eyeliner and it don't get washed off till it goes back to the groomer.
If it goes to a groomer
If it even
at all.
fucking goes to a groomer. So as we're still talking about Rihanna's performance from the Super Bowl, which, I mean, it was a pretty awful performance. It just was lackluster. I'll say that.
Right.
But they received 103 FCC complaints saying that her performance was too sexual.
What?
The bitch was 17 months pregnant. How is this? That was the only sexual thing about it. And she may have grabbed her butt cheek. But this is what I'm going to ask you. We're going to play a game of Guess Who.
Okay.
So we have 103 FCC complaints that Riri's performance was overly sexual. Now, let me ask you this, Producer James. Out of the 103 people, do you think the majority of them were blue, like a Smurf blue color? What do you think? Yes or no? Just yes or no?
No.
Do you think out of the 103 complaints, they were black people complaints?
No, because I heard you talking about it, and you're the voice of all black people.
Do you think that the majority, let's just say 100 of the complaints, were from people pink like you? Got a little pinkish tint to them?
I would say yes, they're people that are devoid of color.
Do you think of that 103 people, half of their names started with a K? Not as in K as in Keisha, but K as in Karen?
I bet it was, yeah, I'd say most people were Karen, and I would guarantee you 103 of those people had a cross hanging somewhere in their house.
And Trump supporters, perhaps?
Oh, I think 50 of the calls was Trump himself.
Because he did fucking say it.
He did say something.
I'm like, you fuck Stormy Daniels, and you want to talk about Rihanna's performance at the Super Bowl was disgusting?
Exactly.
That her lyrics were bad? Really?
But apparently there's FCC complaints every single time every single Super Bowl halftime show has ever been played. Like, someone always complains about something.
That's just, but for it to be overly sexual, it looked like a fucking Maxi Pad commercial.
Well, maybe that was a problem.
Yeah, because that's sexy somewhere.
Yeah, it was, again, somebody thought Elvis was too sexualized. So
all that gyrating and
all that
hanging around with all them niggerish folks.
Well, okay.
Learning how to dance from them and this and that. So I wouldn't even know if I had a complaint. Let's say I thought that her performance was just trash and it was just too sexy.
Right.
I wouldn't even fucking know who to complain to. This is how you know white people did
Somebody had to Google FCC number.
I wouldn't even know FCC. Like, I don't even know what that fucking stands for. Federal Complaint Center? Is that what it stands? What is this?
It's the Federal Communications Commission.
See, that shit only white people know. Black people black people just go straight to TikTok and say that shit was trash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't get it. All right, so when we
get on their podcast.
Oh, yeah, that is true too. I think Riri did just fine. Them boys that she had dancers was sexy as fuck. Oh,
the boys,
and I just said they were sexy as fuck.
You did.
Maybe that's why they got 100.
But they were clothed.
Overly clothed.
Everybody was overly clothed.
Yes, there was.
There was not one single piece of skin that wasn't a hand, a foot, or a face.
We just saw Riri's hands and her face. She was in a jumpsuit.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even do the open belly thing.
No.
It's just
craziness.
I mean, Janet Jackson had a titty pulled out.
Yeah,
so anything less than that,
it's just fine.
It's just fine.
It's just, and they do this shit during Black History Month. That's how I know it's nothing but white people complaining. Just y'all couldn't wait till March. Let us have our 28 little days.
Let's just be honest. White people complain. Black people act.
A fool. All right. When we get back from this break, we're going to talk about Paris Hilton, Janelle Evans, and you're going to like this story. You're going to like it a lot. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. Make sure to check me out this week on Pink Shade podcast as we break down not love after lockup, not love during lockup, but now life after lockup. It's a pretty good episode. Lots of funnies. Okay. So Paris Hilton has welcomed her first child via surrogate. That is just like, basically that's the thing you do in Hollywood when you're rich enough to not gain no weight from carrying a baby.
I can't believe that she never got pregnant. Or maybe she did. But...
Well, she's been doing a lot of interviews, and she said she had like a real fear of sex. Paris Hilton.
After the tape?
Well, she wasn't scared then. She fully understood the assignment when she made the tape. Yeah. That her tape is what inspired Kim Kardashian's tape, which brought Kim Kardashian to the person that she is today. Yes, yes. I mean, because she saw Paris's sex tape, she goes, "Nah, I'm just to show y'all how it's really done." Because Paris's tape was kind of dark, and nah, it was a full-on production for Kim's tape. So yeah, she just welcomed a baby with her husband. He's cute. They just released pictures of him. His name is Phoenix. She and her husband look very, very happy. But I tell you something that I just don't like. Her husband has another child. Okay. Now the baby mama is somehow affiliated with the Real Housewives franchise. I can't remember if like her stepmom was someone. I can't remember, but he has only seen this child once.
Oh.
And the child is in elementary school.
Oh, that's not good.
My thing is, how you going to do that, Paris? Because a woman should not want to be with a man who does not take care of his child. Now, he financially supports the child, but there's nothing to, I don't even think he know that child's middle name.
Yeah, but you know how some women are. It's like, when they got a baby mama involved, they don't want that man to have anything involved with the baby mama, which sometimes means
this was
the baby
before
too.
Paris.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Like, I mean, we've known people who've been like, I don't want him even over there at all.
No. But he stopped seeing this kid before he was with Paris. So Paris has nothing to do with this. He chose to do this on his own.
Oh, and he's an asshole.
I guess he saw that baby, said, "Fuck that baby. Here go the money. Never call me again. Never bother me. Don't give it my last name. Want nothing to do with it."
Yeah. I mean, as much as I would want to condemn the guy, man, sometimes there are just some women that is better. I don't know. Sometimes it's better just to ruin the kid than deal with the mama.
That's not what you did.
No, it's not.
You should have.
I know.
So you wouldn't have to deal with that mammy. Okay. Some days I wish that were the case, especially a few years back.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yes,
I done been through some baby mama dramas from two different baby mamas.
Yeah, I mean, that's he'd have some explaining to do.
Yes, he would.
If I was her and talking about having a baby, like I would want some explanation about why that's the case.
She also opened up and said that she was raped when she was 15 years old.
Oh.
Yeah. And then she also apparently had, I don't know what the right word is, but it seemed like fucking Jeffrey Epstein tried to fuck with her too.
Oh.
There was a very strange encounter.
Okay.
Yeah, he was trying to, what didn't they take people to a little island or something like that?
Yeah.
He was trying to get Paris on that boat.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I feel pretty bad for that then.
Well, the scary thing is like like everyone knows Hilton, okay?
Yeah.
How fucking brave of you are you to fucking do stuff like that to a Hilton?
Yeah.
When they could just buy you and kill you, or they could buy you and make you kill yourself, perhaps. I mean, they've got that kind of money.
Yeah, unless they were, partook of his services.
I don't know. She doesn't say who it is.
That's the problem when you get into that super big, ultra rich. It's a very small club of very fucked up people.
Now, this is not funny, but it's kind of funny because Paris is trying to be discreet about the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it. No, hold on. Let me do a Paris voice.
Oh, boy.
It's probably going to sound a little bit like my Kim voice. Oh, what's up, guys? So, yeah, I was totally harassed by this guy. I'm not going to say who he is, but I was 15. He worked at that school that I went to. He taught history class during the years of 1990 to 1997. So you can easily figure, she's selling without
one
telling.
Yearbook search.
Yeah,
and
you got the person right there. But it's sad because it's like, you know how I feel. I feel like little girls are just not safe. You know how I am.
Yeah.
I'm like that. Was like that about Skylar. I'm like that about my nieces. Just you never can feel too safe with a daughter. You just can't. But Paris is looking good. I will say that. I'm happy to see her being a mom. She's already thinking about having a girl. Bitch, you can do that when you didn't pop the baby out. That baby 2 days old and you talk about having a girl. That's rich people shit right there. Because poor people are like, girl. These stretch marks did a number on me. That baby ripped me from pussy to ass. I'm probably never going to have a child again. You know what I mean? So here's for my teen mom fans. So if you're like me, you've been following these hoes since they started fucking at 14 and getting pregnant at 16. Now they're in their 30s and we're still calling them teen moms. So Janelle Evans, who has to be one of the worst
Janelle.
Janelle, it's I saw Kiefer. Hi, you're both hi. I saw you out there with Kiefer, Janelle. That's her mom, Barb. So Janelle had her son Jason, just decided, fuck this parent. I don't want to do it. Here go the baby Barb. I don't want nothing to do with it. And she's been horrible. She's had other kids, and she just continued to be horrible. But she has wanted to get custody of Jace. I'm like, oh, you're not doing a good job with these other two gremlins that you're carrying around. They all look like elves. They all look like little elf people. They got little they look like an elf and a who fucked and had a family. That is what Janelle and her kids and her mom, that's what they look like, all right? So she's been going back and forth to court trying to get custody of her son Jace, and her mom's like, fuck that. I'm not doing that to this kid. You got two other ones to fuck up. Let me keep this one. And so every time she goes to court, she loses. Until now, she just got full custody of, I think Jace is 13 or 14 years old.
Wow.
And Barb did not contest. She said, nope, I'll sign the paperwork. You can have him.
Fine, you can have him.
You can have him. You know what? He's fucking tearing up my house, Janelle. He's tearing up my house. I'm trying to work at Walmart. I come home. Jace is doing this. Jace is doing that. You can have him, Janelle. Just don't have him around Kiefer. You know? Because he might start smoking weefer if he's around Kiefer. Yeah, so she's letting him go and live with Janelle. I honestly think he has probably become, look, Janelle's his mom, all right? I think he has probably become too much for Bob to handle at this point.
I mean, probably.
He's
Barb's
always
not
had
young.
problems in school. No, she's younger than what she fucking looks, because she looks damn near like the crypt keeper with all of those. I don't know if she was a smoker, a former crackhead, but her face has more lines in it than it does actual skin. That's just how Barb looks. I think he's become too much for her to handle.
Maybe so. And, you know, after 12, the kid has a say. I mean, their input matters in court, too.
I don't know if that's the case, and he went to testify and say that he wanted to live on the land with Janelle and her fucking husband who killed a dog, who broke Janelle's collarbone in a fight. Okay, this is where Jace is going to live.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I have a bad feeling about this one, too. I have a feeling Janelle's going to be like, okay, Barb, come and get him back. Come take him back. I'll continue to even pay you child support. Just take his bad ass. And can you take one of the other ones, too? Just, they keep you young. They keep you young, Barb. They keep you young. So, yeah, this has been, like, we have watched this go on for years and years and years. And I think everyone is really shocked that Barb went ahead and said, yeah, you can have him. But understand, I think Barb's got to be in her 60s.
Yeah, at least.
And Jace is fucking bad.
Yeah.
He's always been, well, I mean, he's the spawn of Janelle.
He comes from a broken home. Of course he's bad.
And then he doesn't know his dad. His dad was a major fuck up and drug addict as well.
Did his dad die? Or is he just not?
No, he's still fucking alive, Andrew.
Oh.
Yeah. No, yeah, his name's Andrew. I wasn't calling you Andrew, your middle name.
For a second there, I thought you were calling by my middle name.
No. His name's, everything's not always about you, Producer James. Like, it is not always about you. There's other people in the world named Andrew. Andrew probably in the Bible, and here you are trying to act like you're the only person named Andrew. Just stop.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I want to see how this is going to fucking play out, because I'm willing to bet that Jace and Janelle's husband are not going to get along well. I don't know. Here we go. So in Florida, there is a man right now.
Is this a Florida man story?
Yeah, like I just said, a man in Florida, so therefore it means the Florida man story.
No, but you know, that's my favorite kind of stories.
It's like, Florida. Yeah, this is Florida very man. Florida. Yes.
Oh, yay!
This is very Florida.
So
this guy is petitioning the court because his, is it girlfriend, fiance? Some black chick he got pregnant. It's a white guy. This could have been us. She's in jail for murdering a woman, and she's 8 months pregnant. This man is petitioning the court to release her because his unborn child did not commit the crime. And the unborn child is having to sit in jail unjustly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ooh,
Mhm, mhm. The baby
mm,
has rights.
uh,
I tell you pretty soon. These people with all the baby has rights, which yeah, they do. Now they're gonna be saying that a baby is 18 weeks in utero and can run for president and shit. You know what I mean? They just want the baby to have here's your voter registration card, guy. You're a resident of Florida. You deserve to be able to vote. It's still in the get the baby when it's born.
man, you blew my mind on this one.
Yeah, it's kind of like I get it a little bit ish, but mostly I don't.
Yeah, I don't get
No, I
that.
think sounds really fucking stupid, and he's spending money. Like, be more concerned that your child is within the body of a bitch who killed another woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would focus on. But there's a
But
possible chance
but,
that he could win.
but okay. So the mother is pregnant.
Uh huh.
She's in jail.
She's in jail for murder.
Yeah. Does he think that the baby's just gonna stay in jail?
I feel like the baby should be an accessory to the crime that was committed.
Now wait a minute.
In these charges, because she was pregnant with the baby when she killed this woman.
But so okay, so this is a great question because I don't know the answer. Um, I know that like mothers get to see their babies, but I don't think the baby lives in jail.
Oh yeah.
They do?
Yeah, not in
Oh.
jail, but if the mom is in prison, they have some prisons where the baby can live with the mom.
Even if the baby has a father? Man.
When did I become a fucking attorney or child support advocate over here? And you asking me all these questions? I don't know. But yeah, there are some prisons that will allow the mom to raise a child in prison. Some of them are up to a certain age.
Yeah.
Some of them let the baby stay for like 6 or 8 weeks. Some of them, like, they actually have like within the facility places for the kids where the mom is still raising the kid in prison.
Oh, I see. He's trying to get the mom out of jail.
Well, how the fuck was he going to get the baby out of jail without the mom? She's still pregnant with the baby.
I thought you meant when the baby was born. He
No,
was trying to get...
she's 8 months pregnant.
So, the way you wrote it on the prep sheet
Okay,
says Florida man fights for unborn child to get out of jail.
Yeah, it's unborn because it's still in the mom.
I know, but you didn't say for the mom of the unborn child to get out of jail. I'm reading it like he's trying to fight for the baby to get out of jail when it's born.
No, he wants the baby out now. He's saying that
He wants the mom out.
That's
because
what
of
he
the
really
baby.
wants out.
Yes.
Yeah, even if it's just for one more month, because the bitch she killed a woman.
Man, I'm trying to read this, and this is crazy.
It's Florida shit. Okay.
I know.
No offense to any of our listeners who are from Florida, but if you are from Florida and you have some funny stories, DM me on Instagram. We love to share it. Yeah, but I mean, maybe he doesn't want. I think right now, like, she hasn't been on trial or anything like that, so she's probably still in county. Would you want to be in jail, like county jail in Florida?
No.
No.
I would want to be in Florida.
Me neither.
For anything.
No, for anything. Look, did you see that 85-year-old woman just got killed in Florida by being attacked by an alligator?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the linked stories on this one.
This is what I don't understand about people in Florida when it comes to alligator attacks. It is always the same tale. Walking by water with a small snack, usually a small dog, by the water. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? I mean, to me, I would never have my small dog next to, I don't know, water where there's, you're in Florida. To me, Florida means alligators in it could be a ditch. I'm going to think there's a fucking alligator in it if I live in Florida.
And alligators love dogs.
Yeah, it's a small, easy snack. And here's the fucked up part. The 85-year-old woman died, but I think the little motherfucking dog lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he ran. He said, fuck this hoe, you on your own. Let go of that leash. Look, do I have to unhook the collar from the leash of my damn self, or can you do it for me before you die? Yeah, there's like videos of it. Look, Florida is buck wild. You're still looking up this case.
Man, this is just...
He's fascinated. His interest has been greatly piqued.
The petition argues that the unborn child should be released until it is born so it can receive prenatal proper care. That statement makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
The unborn child should be released until it is born so it can receive prenatal care. Prenatal is pre-birth.
Yeah, that's when you're pregnant.
How would a baby that's born get prenatal? This is the dumbest
No.
fucking thing I've ever
He's
read.
saying that he doesn't feel like she's getting the proper medical care that she needs while in jail, which if she's in county jail, she's probably fucking not.
This guy says the fetus is improperly incarcerated. It argues that the unborn child should be released.
Well, you know what, baby? You know what, fucking little baby? You want all this? You should have picked the better fucking mom.
No
That's
kidding.
what I think. All right, when we get back, we're going to talk 1,000-pound sisters. Producer James and I want to thank you guys for listening to our little podcast. If you are enjoying our content, make sure to share with a friend. And by all means, leave us a 5-star review on, what is it, Apple Podcasts, iTunes?
Yes, iTunes.
What it is. Look, here's something funny. You guys know how awful our show is, right? But for all the awfulness that we put out there, we've only gotten ever 2 bad reviews on iTunes. Now, if you've been a long-time listener, you know exactly what those reviews said. If you're new to the show, here's one. I got a 1-star review because I said Todd Chrisley was my spirit animal. And that person attacked me because I was being what? Rude to Native Americans because I said spirit animal or some shit like that. Is that what it was?
It was spirit animal.
Yeah. And then one other person gave me a 1-star review and they just left a period. Like, just period. They didn't write the word period. Like, period. There go your 1 star. It was actually just a dot. But I think for us, that's pretty fucking fabulous because y'all could really rip us apart, which I'm going to just rip you apart when I get back on my podcast. I'm going to talk bad about you. So, yes, leave us a 5-star review. We greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate you guys listening to the show. And just start following us on social media. Like, we can clearly see, well, producer James says, because I don't look at that kind of shit. He can see how many of you guys are downloading the show. And we need it to equal out to the amount of people we have on social media so we can get paid. All right. So, you know what? This last week really pissed me off with the 1,000-pound sisters. I think they did my boy Michael. So you just going to do your regular job while we doing this job right now, Producer James? That's totally unprofessional.
I'm multitasking.
I think I told y'all last week, LibraLoungeRadio@gmail.com if you want to be my new producer. Because he thinks like he's invincible. Like I won't get rid of his ass. I'll get rid of your ass professionally and marginally. I made that word up.
You sure did.
I fucking sound like Amy from 1,000-Pound Sister because she makes up words just like I do.
Yeah,
But
she
hers
does.
is from lack of education. Me is just because I just don't fucking care. All right, so 1,000-Pound Sisters. Amy comes home from the hospital. Actually, she comes home from staying with her sister Amanda because her husband had COVID, right?
Right.
So the family's getting all together. You know, she's home to her dirty house because she was too fucking lazy to clean the shit up before she went to the hospital for a scheduled C-section. How do you do that? How you know exactly what day, what time, and you still leave your fucking house dirty for when you come home?
Lazy.
Yes, that's
Just
the
lazy.
epitome of. You look, what? How are them bitches that you had last season to come organize your house, to come clean your house so you can come home to a clean house, fresh linen, things that you want your new baby to experience it when it comes home? She just basically said, look, baby, this how we live. There's no point in you coming home under false pretenses, thinking that we're cleanly like people, because we're not. Welcome home. Dirty dishes, flies, clothes that don't fit your mama well, and your dad who we don't know if he's got front teeth or not. This is, well, here's your welcome home banner, baby. Come on in. So she goes home. This is where I get pissed the fuck off. This is season 4 of the show, correct, right?
Yes, I think so.
For 3 seasons, how many times have we watched poor little Michael push Tammy in that fucking wheelchair?
Ooh, miles.
How many times have we seen poor Michael have to put his shoulders in it to help lift up big ass Tammy?
Ooh, every time.
How many times have we seen poor little Michael get off of his night shift job to go and take Amy and her blind in both eyes ass to go get a cherry soda?
Many times.
How many times have we watched poor little Michael wear a dirty shirt because he ain't have enough time to go get a clean shirt because he's constantly doing shit for these two fat, lazy bitches?
Every time we see him.
And then the audacity of TLC to make it seem like Michael does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that was a shit.
That was just, I was just pissed. And you know what? The interwebs have been ripping Michael apart. Look, Michael does a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Michael puts up with it. Can you imagine how Tammy and Amy smell?
No.
Can you imagine? Because Michael not that clean himself, but I think he just be dirty to fit in with the rest of the family. I really do. I feel like he does. Michael has maintained his job. Mm-hmm. Michael has been a chauffeur. Amy can't go anywhere. She's legally blind.
Right.
So he's had to help her go buy shit for their lazy ass horrible mother who was like not a mother at all to these kids. He's had to go to how many fucking appointments, not only for himself, but also for Tammy. We've seen this man cook, clean, chase around a baby in a dirty diaper, because every time we see Gage, he looked like he done took 15 pisses and a shit in his diaper. The diaper just be hanging. I'm like, is he sagging? Is he trying to be like all these black kids and, have his shit going down low? Is that just a dirty diaper? It's usually a dirty diaper. So Michael just recovered from COVID, right? And they still decide to, in 150-degree Kentucky weather, to have something outside, a barbecue, a welcome home event, okay?
Yep.
So we get out there, we got a toddler and a newborn. Of course they fucking both start crying at the same time.
Sure.
That is what babies do, because babies are assholes. We all know this. We've all been through it before. They're assholes.
Yep.
And they get away with it. Why? Because they're babies. Look, I'll kick a baby. I'll kick a baby in the fucking throat, up the ass, whatever the fuck. You want to act like this? You want to act like you're grown and buck up and holler in my face? I'm going to punch you. That's just, I come from the birth. I really don't. I think I've touched my child. I think maybe she's gotten 2 whoopings in her entire life, and I probably spent $1,000 on her because I felt so bad afterwards. Like, anything you want. I'm sorry. I'm a bad mom. Anyway, so Michael is at this event. He's like, damn, this is good. Amy don't have to sit next to me with her smelly ass. Little Gage don't have to sit next to me with his little smelly ass. And as we have seen, that new baby is pretty shitty. Every time they have a scene with him, he is shitting, okay?
Yep.
He's like, I got a lot of help out here. I just recovered from COVID. And here's the thing about COVID. For me, the recovery was 100 times worse than actually having COVID. So here this man is a week out. He's still recovering. All he wants to do, sit down and have a home-cooked meal. Because we know all Amy eats at home is canned cheese. Okay? That's all they have in their refrigerator. There's no Hello Fresh meals over there at the Halterman home.
No.
So they get to this event. Gage is screaming and hollering. The baby starts crying. Amy's fucking crying. Michael like, it's a whole bunch of other motherfuckers out here that share DNA with these little crying ass motherfuckers. Y'all can do this. I'm finna sit here, eat my potato salad, my barbecue, my coleslaw, and my baked beans in peace. So we see Amanda, the sister. She's trying to help Amy out. She hands the newborn over to Chris, because Chris ain't doing nothing but talking about all his skin, the skin surgery that he wants to have, and showing people how much skin he fucking has. So she hands the newborn to him. She goes and helps, Amy with Gage. But then all of a sudden, everyone's like, why the fuck is Michael not helping? He fucking does nothing at all. The man probably weak as fuck, okay? Yeah. He's weak. He's still having to help his wife recover from a C-section. You motherfuckers decided to have a family event outside with all these motherfucking flies, okay? Everybody's hot. Everybody's miserable. Now everyone is just ragging on poor Michael, saying that he's lazy. How dare he not help Amy out? I think he takes care of those kids more than Amy does.
I would think so.
I think Amy does a lot of things in front of them. I'm not saying she's a bad, God forbid if I say she's a bad mom, because she does not want to be a bad mom. Okay, well, good moms don't let their kids walk around with dirty ass feet. That's all I'm saying. How the newborn got dirty feet? Where you walking to, baby? What are you fucking doing? Are you walking outside? Why the baby got dirty feet? Well, you don't want to be a bad mom, which I'm not saying that your baby having dirty feet means you're a bad mom. But goddamn, if your newborn has dirty feet, that may mean that the crib is a little bit dirty.
Yeah, you're not saying she's a bad mom. You're just saying good moms' kids don't have dirty feet.
They don't have dirty feet. My baby didn't have no dirty feet. No, I'll have dirty feet before I let my fucking kid walk around with dirty feet, okay? So now, I mean, every group that I'm in, they are just ragging Michael so bad. I'm like, is this your first season of watching 1,000-Pound Sisters?
It could be. I mean, frankly, it really could be.
Well, yeah.
Because, I mean, if you watch, we looked at the ratings
Yes,
the
we
other
did.
day, and we saw that it's like the highest rated show on TLC by like a bunch.
But here's my thing. If you
So-
are new to watching a show, this is your first season, there's no way you can watch one episode of a new season and not immediately go back and say, I need to go back to the very beginning of this. How
Right.
did this start? Where did this journey, do we start when they're skinny and then we work up to how they are now? Like, where does this journey, how does it start? There's no way you don't do that.
Well, I mean, I think if people did that, they would, like you said, they'd have no room to criticize Michael.
No, and
I don't think they do.
I think people forget that he also works. Like, he has a job. He works at night.
Yeah, he's one of the few people on the show that do.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a job. Chris has a job. I think Amanda has a job.
Amanda has a job. I'm not sure about Missy. Missy just be there standing and looking.
She just there. She just exists.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, during the little talking head interviews, like usually it's Amanda and Missy. I'm like, just kind of shove Missy. She don't need no money for this. All she did is stand there looking crazy. Like literally, she'll just stand there and she'll look up at Amanda's tall ass. Then she'll look back at the camera, and then that's it. I'm like, $20. That's all you get for this right here.
They really do look like a cartoon where it's like the big bulldog and the little bitty yappy dog.
Yeah,
like the
because
old Looney Tunes.
Amanda's fucking a damn Amazon.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen titties that goddamn big in my life.
Jeez,
Where
man.
are you buying your bras for? Because I need new bras right now, Amanda. Where are you getting yours from? And Missy just kind of occasionally will say a few words. Her and Britney, they just say a few words. Usually when someone on a reality TV show is of only a few words, but they still get camera time, they're usually kind of beautiful. So you kind of excuse the fact.
Not on this show.
No.
Who's okay? Trick question.
Uh-huh.
Who's the prettiest person on 1,000-Pound Sisters?
Okay, in all honesty, I think that Amanda is cute.
Okay.
I think not even by comparison, like her and Chris all got all the cuteness out of those genes.
Yeah.
And I think that they are full-blooded sister and brother as well. Because Chris is a handsome guy.
He is,
he's
yeah.
handsome. And I
Yep.
think Amanda is, if I saw her somewhere, I'll be like, she's an Amazon. She's thick, she's tall. I think she's got a cute face too.
Yeah.
Now the rest of the family, they look like inbreeding. Just
Oof.
it's a lot of nothing going on right there as far as and Gage is cute. And you know what? Michael is not an ugly feller.
No, he's like a kind of working guy.
And you're right, Amanda. It
Decent.
just works a lot and lives with a fat, lazy wife. Yeah. Producer James kind of knows what that's like a little bit too, since we're bringing it up. Yeah. I was this close to making a post, which you guys can't see my fingers, but I was extremely fucking close to actually making a post about how bad they're doing Michael and tagging TLC. I was almost going to be real white and file a complaint because
Wow.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. But you know something that I did like? I liked that they just, a picture was released of Tam Tam, and she sits and can fit in movie theater seats.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really good because I've been where I'm like, I'm in this hole, but goddamn, I'm touching both sides of the chair.
I'm all in it.
I am in this. I paid my full movie price. I'm gonna get all up in this seat all the way. Don't ask me no question because I'm gonna only be able to move my neck to the right or to the left. None of my body is shifting in here till we get up, and James have to give me a hand to help me get out the fucking seat. But yeah, Tammy was in a theater seat.
Well, good for her.
Good for her. Good for her. I'm very, very proud of her. You guys, that's our show for this week. Like I said, make sure you tune in to Pink Shade. Also like Pink Shade on Instagram. And make sure to check out this week's episode because it's pretty good. It's the new season of Life After Lockup. And I have to say, I think this is going to be a pretty damn good season. And you'll get to hear me imitate Blaine's voice. Lindsay,
Lindsay,
Lindsay.
get in the goddamn car.
Get in the
Lindsay.
goddamn car, Lindsay.
Where are you going?
Lindsay, where are you going, Lindsay? All right, we'll see you guys next week.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.